welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo along with Andrew Chang here. We are taking you through the divisional games in the playoffs in the NFL. Here, the second game on the board is the Baltimore Ravens going to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo is the slight favorite here, -2.5, and your total is 49.5. So Baltimore gets teased up to +8.5. Buffalo gets teased across the 0 to +3.5. Sorry. Your over gets teased down to 43.5, and your under gets teased up to 55.5.
Oof.
All right.
Oh, man.
This is a very intriguing matchup, if you ask me.
Very much so.
I'm going to double check to make sure the total is correct.
You know, first of all, I had this feeling that, hey, you know, my team that I chose to win it all is still in it here.
Because mine's not.
I did not expect them to be going up against Baltimore, though.
You thought they would be taking on Pittsburgh?
Well, yeah, and that would have been an easy. I feel like that would have been an easier road to.
Probably, yeah, I would agree with that.
Right, and oh God, now you're facing the Ravens. They're pretty hot.
These are probably the two hot teams coming into the playoffs, especially in the AFC side.
Right, but one of these teams has a much better defense than the other team.
Yes.
So I'll say that the Ravens defense is a whole lot better. I mean, just better. You know, how better? I don't know. Just better.
On defense, they're quite a bit better.
Right. You're talking about like Marcus
look
Peters.
Look at what they did against Derrick Henry.
Yep. So, God. And it's not even, Zach Moss is going to be out. So they signed, Devontae Freeman off the practice squad?
No, I don't think it'll. But they're going to run mostly Singletary anyways.
Someone like that. But yeah, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. I still like that, even if Marcus Peters is still lingering around in there. And Lamar Jackson just, dude, he's looking like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So
They're definitely back up with it now.
I'm a little torn.
Okay.
And maybe you can help me out. The over.
Okay.
Looks pretty good.
It
at
does.
43.5. So I don't really have to decide on who I want to win, even though I know in my heart I want Buffalo to win. I just kind of see this going over like maybe 20 some points each, like maybe around like, 30 or like.
Well, the minimum you need in this game is 20 to 24.
Oh yeah, I see that happening for sure. So I guess that should be my pick, but there's a part of me that says, you know what, this team is still in it, and I think they're gonna win. I circle the wagon, count me in, call me a bandwagoner for all I care. The Bills Mafia.
All right.
It could.
I like that you're sticking with it. They were your pick to kind of be like, all right, I'm gonna win it all. So you know what, I'm just gonna stick with it. I like that.
I might as well. And now the fact that even if they lose out, and I feel like, you might say that's not value, but if Buffalo can lose by a field goal, which actually might be the case, I think, if it comes to like a nice little shootout, it will be decided pretty close to a field goal.
Oh, it definitely will.
So if I can get Buffalo to lose, by 3, I'm still good with that +3.5. So that's where I'm kind of torn. So help me out, Danny. I think I know where you want to go with this, but I want to hear it from you.
Of course, I'm going to take Baltimore here.
I
Them up to
knew it.
Number one, it's the EV value tease. Tease them up across the 3, 4, 6, and 7. That's always number one for me. Best value. Number two, Baltimore, I believe, has a very good chance to win this game, let alone cover this game. So that's another reason for me to pick Baltimore. And 3, I agree with your early statement that how good is thinking that Baltimore's defense is good. They are good. And so they'll be able to put hold on Josh Allen. If you remember when the Steelers played Buffalo only put up 13, really only about 17 points in that game because the Steelers gave them a turnover before the first half. So I think Baltimore's defense is going to be just about there with them. So that's part of the reason why the total is a little bit lower.
Okay, fair.
So that's why I have a bunch of reasons why I want Baltimore in this game. It's very winnable for them, teasing them across key numbers. And I think it's just overall Baltimore is the better field in this. So one thing you do have to be concerned about just a little bit is the weather. It's going to be very cold in Buffalo. It's going to be decently high winds. Could snow as well. So there's a little bit of that factor. Snow is not as big of a factor. The number one factor in a football game is always the wind. So
meteorologist Danny Saludo at his finest. Yeah. So I haven't really given my lean yet. And I heard it from the horse's mouth that someone's going to take the points in a close matchup, or if the Ravens take it, which I hope they do not, I still kind of have faith in the Bills, but I think the safer option for this game is to take the over. So
I knew you were going to take the over.
That's what I'm going to do.
You're talking it like that, like that's an over.
I mean,
that's Andrew's over.
You know what? I can see it's literally a toss-up. I mean, I didn't even foresee this matchup.
Basically, you need 6 touchdowns and a field goal.
Oh, that's not bad. And I wouldn't be surprised for me if I was going to do a same game teaser on this. And I think the value might be there, especially if you want to tag on.
On a same game, let me think about that. It's not a bad choice. I definitely prefer the over.
Especially for Baltimore.
I definitely prefer the over rather than the under in this game. And especially if if the weather doesn't seem as good and it's going to be snow, do expect the totals to fall a little bit. To keep falling. So if you're going to bet a total on this, if you're betting the over, kind of see if you can get it up to game day, like a few minutes, like 5-10 minutes before, and then see if the line starts to fall more depending on the lines. Because you have to remember in this game, Baltimore's going to run the ball. That's just, there's no doubt about that.
Right.
And, cold, snowy weather, wet weather is always more beneficial to running backs. Just ask LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, that's it.
So
I forgot he was a Bills too. He was
also the Bills, correct? Yeah,
that's right.
So Buffalo's definitely going to be able to have a chance. And if it's windy, on the upside for Buffalo, you have Josh Allen, who's got like a rocket arm, so he can sling it. So that's why I'm not too worried about the weather in this, outside of those two factors, and possibly if it's very cold, Jackson may not be as effective, but I don't think that's really too much to think about.
We'll see. We will see. I'm very curious. I mean, definitely I will be watching this game just like...
It's going to be a good one.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah, gotta keep an eye on it.
Circle the wagon. Come on. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go. Come on.
All right.
Oh, God. Casey's next. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
that'll be a good one, but they got to get there first.
That's right. That's right.
Get there first. So
that'll be interesting. So
it will be if that comes down to that for sure. But quick review: I am going to take Baltimore, tease them up to plus 8.5. Side note: this also could easily show up on my betting card. And Andrew's going to choose the over in this game, over 43.5. That is also my choice on a lean. If I was going to take a total in this. You could think about it as a same game teaser if you just want a single standalone game. It's not a problem at all, especially in prime time. You can.
That's right. And at this point in time, you should have made enough money following us. So you don't have to bet that big, I mean, literally right now, I'm trying to set up squares at the bar. So I'm having a couple.
Maybe I'll jump in.
Yeah, absolutely. $25 squares. I mean, it's a lot of money that goes into it. So, just a little more fun stuff at the end. The journey is almost over. We still have a couple good games left. So be ready for those.
Yeah. Yeah. So let us know in the comments how you think this game's going to go. If you're betting any of the sides or totals, maybe some squares with Andrew, let us know in the comments. We always like seeing it. But until next time, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the season. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us in this divisional playoff preview breakdown. Sunday games are to come, so stay tuned for those. But until then, make sure you get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.